They don't can snap. They don't even show nothing. Nothing not they gone it. They come to the street. They don't say that they make streets. Nothing not they gone. The promise they would they make, nothing absolutely not they reflect with.
Pepel in Kamasondo Chiefdom, Putloko districts, host Sierra Leone's only deep water port linked to Nkolilin iron ore mines by a 192-kilometer railway, now operated by Leone Rock Metal Group. The port and the rail are the backbone of the nation's iron ore export. Yet, despite this strategic role, Pepel residents see little benefit, living with poor infrastructure and broken promises, while billions in the minerals passes through their land. During our investigation, Landowners reveals a troubling reality. Many did not receive their surface rent last year, and this year, most are still waiting. The payment, we are told, sits in the bank under the government watch, said Regent Paramount Chief Pakumrabai lawyer Kabea.
The real money, the way the money they pass, and not look like they pass to the right channel, and that makes the money fast. So me they put on, so when I know what you like for the report you like for give. Where are they sorry for the people there? Searching for me, I take what Bundulai. Na me area. Even here before last, when you see them pay for faith rent, that money the church they don't meet the people there. But what you them plans do, now they fail for do. So the way they pay for faith rent, and they pass to the paramount chief. If you don't get the paramount chief, you don't know how they save this money. You go know the one that they suffer. So then some people in the they don't village and they kill them coat and kill them sleep. They don't sleep. What train they pass? Passes, you want to train pass before you able to know.
But the questions remain: who has been receiving this rent in the previous years, and why now are landowners locked in dispute with each other?
Me now, Mr. Abbas Kano, Idman. So at the same time, me and the Tantif, we operate together. But as he asked me about the company is sees right. And the company, they combine with another people away, right, different area than they. We not to Pepel community. Like I recall for him, Medina, about 4 miles from Pepel. After that, I recall Maila, about 2 miles away from Pepel. So Pepel is Pepel Island, and I'll get the port and the rail. But this company, the promise we say they make road, gentil, water facility, light. All the things they already get there.
In Pepel, promises of electrification are faded into just a few solar street lights, and major development projects have been reduced to minor renovations. While iron ore trains rumble through the village for export, the community itself remains in darkness. What the company used to tell them, Joseph S. Conte is the Chiefdom Representative Council CRC committee member.
They always tell we say, then a business they can do. And they not get for left the business way then they do. Let it fall, only for Kaya. But then they go with us side by side.
Even the Regent Chief admits to the feelings silent. He expressed frustration at the lack of full involvement, especially in financial matters and the choices of contractors for company-led projects. Sometimes, even my own people think I side with the company against them, he said. But in truth, I only see papers to approve, and I'm later called at the very end during handovers when everything is already finished.
We can community development today. We can CRC, not also CRC. So we get that community there, but they know they give money. Only they see, they say they work so side. But now they don't work. Then see what me kaya. And once of that, don't ask them for say any time we will work, any money we will spend. Make a no. I say because of the give up crown na tomorrow. Give up deliver the message to the one where they give for crown. Me I turn back. So the one day not be. Now then they implement the project. So to be, we will pass the show number now. Pass a gas sign paper for say we want to do this school. I say okay, no problem.
So the paper you sign, now money you sign, a check you sign.
No, not to check, not to check. Now order the paper, now they bring come a form, now they can sign for say we want to do this school there. I say okay, forget approval. So now I can work good. When she done, pass out and done, and call you and say una look can open, una go, but they only give una money.
Pepel suffers more air pollution than any other mining community, yet development here is temporary, cosmetic and unsustainable, said youth leader Amadou Pefos Kamara.
They put me so even as I talk to some group, then they don't ban me because we talk the truth. These two words don't talk, don't make we right now then sideline we. Even me young kid right now they take and flag out with some youth then because then they follow me. And those don't make right now, they don't put a discrimination among we the youth then because we not trust no one. And they expect from this office, and this office will all expect for them. They don't see them. Me as a head, I not get no way, I not get that power. Then I make us so happy, and I pray God come with you, inshallah. Dear my brothers, this will not come in, this will not go. But then help we for transform this message to the high authorities then, to the government, because when they talk about them people there, then they say oh, the government don't tell them say that this they do. Then they call the politics, then they call honorable, then they can't talk all kind of different things. Nothing how they go through with people. Depending on what they get it too much. Then streets they are looking at them, could be make them for you. Then they say project, then they talk, they happen. This jetty right now with the soft and a Pepel. But I wouldn't block that video on a cross kind inside Pepel. This don't make right now. Even when people when they come out because na sea travel now they survive for go buy goods for cancer. That the boat they stay far and the poto. So imagine where they struggle for coming kind for them.
The law is clear. Sierra Leone Mines and the Mineral Development Act demands that communities like Pepel are fully involved in planning, decision-making and benefit sharing. Surface rent, development funds and community engagement and community agreement are not favors, they are legal obligation. Yet both region chief and landowners tells a different story, and the promise written in law remains detached from the reality they live every day.
I'm not satisfied. Because the company for no say now we lodged it. But then they sideline.
We asked for microfinance, real job for women, construction of schools. Instead, they bring small donation and empty promises. Aminata Kanu, Chiefdom chairlady, voice our frustration. Since I raised our community needs in a meeting, I have been silent. The region chief now work only with the Mami Queen.
Finance why let they come and help with the woman, they let they trust money. If they don't trust money, we go help man there. This mine will not be there. They go be fine for me. Understand? But now what this mine don't carry, then big motor carry, and they spoil the road. So this noise how they make Paris so. Understand? Iboku as Chiefdom challenge. Because anything where they can at the Chiefdom. Now me the woman, now me are the first woman for no. Because now me there for woman there. But they do one, they need to consult me. Because Pepel woman, they not so beaucoup the employer we na so. Now small of the woman they na Pepel they work inside that company. But with the big government, let's talk to this company, let them can't trust me my go credit to go we solve the family problem there. Two, let them talk to them for the road more back. And three, for the lights. Yeah, with the big government, let them talk to the company, let them do and for it.
We need back our gente. It means a lot for us. Our youth and our fathers used to use it as source of income, added economic value to them. Now they are no more. Youth leader Amadou Pefos Kamara had that to say.
They promise this jetty nine and can promise because we get on this concern now. We say well now we need things they want to do for we. So they'll they make for we street them, then give we light them, then give we street pump them. Now this jetty, they give you lots of problem because now they will get access for go get to living. Now they are on a series in order make for with them now. Now they make can promise say one, then they can make this jetty. It ain't not the promise. Say today they not even respond to it. They don't can snap. They not even show nothing. Nothing not they gone it. They come to the street. They don't say that they make streets. Nothing not they gone. The promise they make nothing absolutely not they reflect with.
Pepel is more than just a transit hub. It is the channel of Sierra Leone's iron ore mining economy. Yet, its people lived in poverty, demanding rights, not charity, from them. This is about justice, accountability, and dignity. I engaged a human rights advocate, Peter Conte, Director of Community Action for Human Security, CASEC, and Chairman for both Northern Region and Bombali District Human Rights Commission. This was what he had to say.
It's a violation of the agreement. Yeah. And for those who do not know what surface rent is, these are monies paid to landowners because the company is taking their land and the surface is owned by the people and 6 feet deep is owned by government. But because these are the land that the people are using for their agriculture, used for their domestic use and all those things. So if you are coming to take that surface from them, you compensate them annually. So if a multinational company is operating and for 3 you are not paying surface rent, you breach the contract because it is in our laws. Even in the new Customary Land Rights Act, it is there. The amount of acreage a company that deals with agriculture is supposed to take and the one that deals with mining is supposed to take. It is all specific in the law. Come to the mining agreement, the Mines and Minerals Act. It's also clearly explained how multinational companies should treat the people when it comes to paying surface rent. And there are other fees also that the companies are not paying, which is the Chiefdom Development Fund. In other contexts, they call it the Community Development Fund, the CDF. My advocacy, I have been to Pepel several times and I've said this repeatedly. First of all, the place you are occupying is owned by people. So you need to pay them because it is an annual rent. You need to pay them. And secondly, they are using it as a depot because that's the transit area. That is where all these minerals, those coming from Losar, those coming from Tonkolili, that's where they ship them. So what about the destructions you are causing? You need to pay. It's just like a token to show gratitude. If now the people of Pepel say, okay, there is no train passing through this road, no vehicle passing through this road, and for us, having a win-win situation, you are taking something from them, also give them something in turn. So this is advocacy as civil society activists. What we are saying is not a one-off. If you think paying the people is expensive, create an opportunity on the space so that you fly from either England, Japan, you go direct to those communities and you fly the minerals, not using the sea. But if you pass through my country, you pay. If you pass through my soil, you pay. If you use my place as a depot, that is where the ship will come and you transfer everything, you pay. What about the noise pollution? What about the odor from your deposit?
Repeated efforts to reach the company provide unsuccessful, with emphasis to the PR unit. As iron ore wealth leaves Sierra Leone's shores, Pepel cries remain unanswered, a community still waiting for justice in the shadow of broken promises. This documentary is compiled by Idris Jerry of Global Multimedia Online TV, with support from GIZ through BBC Media Action.